Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
Series 9 is brought to you with Lava Light. Whether you're a novice gardener, specialist grower, or houseplant enthusiast, Lava Light can help you to nourish and protect your plants all year round. The collection comprises of 8 different horticultural growing media and pest control products, with each continually offering the same natural benefits from thermal protection and moisture retention to soil conditioning and continued nutrient boosts. Derived from volcanic deposits, Lava Light is completely natural and sustainable. Look out for it online and in your local gardening stores.
To the Plant-Based Podcast News.
Your horticultural news roundup for the week.
RHS have shared their predictions on what will be big in the world of gardening and horticulture in 2023. As with all areas of life, the RHS predicts that many of the UK's 30 million gardeners will be looking for more sustainable techniques to use whilst gardening. Their predictions range from regenerative gardening to increased use of dried flowers, and from changing lawns to climate-resilient gardens.
An agreement between nations at the COP15 UN Biodiversity Summit has been made to protect a third of the planet for nature by 2030. The deal aims to safeguard biodiversity for the planet's future. Targets will be set for protecting vital ecosystems such as rainforests, wetlands, along with the rights of indigenous peoples. While the agreements must go further, it's a great start and it's very much welcome news.
Week's 12th annual Top Garden Centres ranking is showing that many retailers have bounced back to well above 2020 lockdown levels. Leading the way was Longacres Bagshot Garden Centre in Surrey, with a latest reported annual turnover figure of £26.5 million.
A common plant from West Africa works as a treatment for sickle cell disease, new research has found. Scientists isolated a chemical in the Alcornia cordifolia plant, also known as the Christmas bush, which could help relieve the symptoms of the life-threatening and painful disease. Juice from the plant, which grows widely across the tropical regions of Africa, has been used in a blood tonic as a traditional remedy for generations, but it has never been scientifically proven to work until now.
The first time your plant can have a festive jumper. New Zealand's wine brand Stoneleigh is launching a limited edition Christmas jumper for plants. It's in partnership with UK online plant shop Patch Plants. Winter chills can be a challenge for those tropical houseplants. So to help plant owners keep the plants cozy this festive season, specially crafted jumpers have been made by a social enterprise committed to creating ethical and sustainable products. Here's some positive wildlife news just in time for Christmas. The survival of one of the UK's rarest bumblebees, the shrill carder bee, has been boosted. This is thanks to the Woodland Trust teaming up with the Bumblebee Conservation Trust, and they've increased the biodiversity across the populations. What great news.
And lastly, for some Christmas plant news. Where would we all be if we didn't have a poinsettia at Christmas? One of the UK's largest growers of poinsettias have continued to produce more than 1 million of the very popular Christmas houseplants this year, despite the energy price crisis. And why is that? Well, Louise Motala, Managing Director of Bridge Farm Group, has said, growing poinsettias at this time of year requires heat, and we know that Dutch growers have cut back on production this year due to rising gas prices. We have been able to manage our energy costs through the use of sustainable biomass heating, enabling us to continue to produce over 1 million UK-grown poinsettias again this year, and ensuring that consumers will still be able to buy this much-loved festive plant for this Christmas.
Hello, Claire Mattison here. I'm the Director General at the RHS and King Gardener, and wishing everybody a really happy Christmas, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with. I hope you have a good time and get a little bit of a chance to get out into nature and take some gulps of fresh air. Bye everyone.
Hi, this is JJ from Bearded Growers. Happy Christmas!
Hello, I'm Lorraine and I'm from the Cayley Brothers. We're mushroom farmers down in the heart of Sussex. Season's greetings and Happy New Year from all of us at the Cayley Brothers HQ.
Hello, it's Chris Young here. I'm the consultant gardening books publisher for DK for Dorling Kindersley. I'm also a landscape designer and also a gardens consultant. I hope everyone has a very happy and peaceful 2023. Thank you, Michael and Ellen. Take care.
Hello, Ella, Mary and Michael. It's Emma Britton, decorative glass designer here. Wishing all your listeners a relaxing Christmas and New Year.
Hi, I'm Marlies. And I'm Linda from Fem Flower Farm. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a great and colourful 2023.
Hey, you plant-based podcast. This is KK with Flora Funga Podcast. I love what you're doing, and I hope you find your support system this year and have some good laughs and gratitudes. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Michael Holland and I am a self-employed nature educator. So to all of your listeners, a happy Christmas and a healthy, blooming, marvellous New Year. Bye!
Hi everyone, it's Lorna Coe here. I'm a garden guest presenter on QVC. As a Christmas message, I would love to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy Christmas, a very healthy and happy 2023. I hope you all get to spend some really quality time with family and friends, and sending you lots of Christmas love and wishes. And here's to 2023.
Hi, my name's Mike, also known as the Mediterranean Gardener. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and a very, very happy New Year.
Hello everyone, my name is Megan, also known as the Carnivorous Plant Girl on Instagram. I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas filled with lots of joy, and I wish everyone a happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Gardener Ben, the person behind the North Lodge Cottage Garden accounts on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope you enjoy your festive break and relax with family and friends and look forward to a very exciting and wonderful 2023.
Hello there, my name is Justine and I am one half of Poddy and Black. The other half is my sister Vanessa. Wishing you all a fabulously festive Christmas.
Hello, my name's Adam and I am a garden blogger, garden writer and podcaster. Have a great Christmas and here's to a joyous and green and lush garden in 2023.
Hey everyone, this is Ben Newell. I'm a content creator and founder of Worcester Terrariums. I'm looking forward to the Christmas period and New Year's, and I hope you all have a fantastic one. Thanks for having me.
Here's my Christmas wishes. You guys on the podcast might know I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas, but I will still extend my wishes to you guys out there. So here we go. Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. That's the wrong way around. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to one and all. Thank you for your support throughout this year and all the other years. Nearly on Series 10. That is really quite cool, I have to say. Thank you for your 5-star reviews that you're about to leave in the next few minutes. And yeah, just thank you all around. And thank you in particular to my partner, Ellen Mary. Not love partner, obviously career partner. We're in tune with each other. It really works. And yeah, I really appreciate the way that she thinks and the way that we complement each other and produce what I think is a pretty good podcast. So thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that jazz. Bye-bye.
Hey, happy holidays, everyone. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year. All of the different ways of saying have the most wonderfully magical December from the Reigning Grinch. So I don't know, I've mellowed a little bit with Christmas, but I'm having a chilled one this year. But either way, whether I do or don't like Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas and you enjoy it, I wish you a very, very holly jolly time. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and really just a massive big thank you to all of you for listening to the podcast. I mean, I still cannot believe we're about to head on into series 10. I mean, it's crazy. And I just want to give a massive big thank you to all of the contributors throughout all of the series. We've had so many amazing people, help out with this podcast, adding snippets of incredible information, about specific areas within horticulture that our contributors work in. So it could be growing your own, or photography, or art, or glassware, or botanically made. Like, honestly, it's just so wonderful to have so many people involved. I'm going to give a big shout out and a Merry Christmas to Gareth, who is our editor, because Gareth really pulls everything together and makes it sound really cool. So Merry Christmas to you, Gareth. Merry Christmas, Jen, also, who's involved there in the background doing bits and pieces for us. Caroline, who is our photographer. I feel a little bit like I'm going into some kind of weird Oscars speech thing now. But the biggest thanks to Michael, who I've worked with for many years now. We bounce off each other and it's just thoroughly enjoyable. Even making a Christmas episode. And lastly, but never leastly, thank you so much to our sponsors for all of the series and our current sponsors, Lava Light, as well. And to you, I hope you have a stress-free, wonderfully magical Christmas and get outside and enjoy the fresh air when you can. I don't know if you realise it, but when you're lying down on your bed like usual, and you yawn, all I can see is literally your mouth, like your whole down your throat type thing.
Sorry.
You have big tonsils.
Well, I don't know. For some reason, I find like my mattress just so comfortable that I just want to do all my activities from the bed.
Why not?
No, it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's like gel filled. And do you know what drives me mad about some mattresses where they don't have support on the edges? I really hate getting out of bed and like literally rolling out of bed. It's really gross. I hate that feeling. I need support right to the edges because I'm not going to put my socks on the edge. Do you know what I mean?
I have to roll out of bed to get out of it. I literally roll.
No, but still roll. But you don't want to be like the bed is kind of ejecting you. Do you know what I mean? Well, you do to a degree, but not like, yeah, I want a choice.
Okay. If you say so.
Ellen.
I first of all, I really want to find out about these plants that you left outside and forgot about them, and they all look dead.
I didn't really forget, but like, I don't know, I kind of forgot that they were there. And no, but I'd had I think this snow and this real cold period took a lot of people by surprise. And I'd been away from the house for a couple of weeks and I hadn't really thought about the fact that I had these, I had like containers that I'd done in the summer, like the mixtures with the spider plants and like some streptocarpus, etc., which had been sitting there absolutely fine while things were getting down to, I don't know, even 5 degrees or something. And I hadn't even thought of them. And like some of the mangava as well. And then I came back and like literally everything's just melted. And it's so funny how it's like everything's just then brown and melted, like it's a shadow of itself. And there's a really cool banana plant as well out there. And kind of like, yeah, and that is just a shadow of its former self. And like Semponium. And it's like, oh my God, it's such a tragic scene.
What will the neighbours say, Mr. Plant? What will they say?
These things happen, but I think that cold spell did take, it kind of like took a lot by surprise, I guess, because it was still warm for so long. And there's a lot of those weren't necessarily that happy. But there are a lot of things that might reshoot. And you know me, Ellen, I'm not necessarily that emotionally attached to plants. I appreciate that the plants in your life might come and go, and maybe reshoot or not shoot. And I'm really poetic about it all.
Well, that makes it certainly less stressful, doesn't it? When things happen.
Oh, definitely. But one of the things I completely forgot about was, I got this kind of like wall planter thing that I'd had with like pansies in last winter. And in the summer, I put in like all of these kind of like cacti and succulents, and because it's just on the wall, I completely hadn't even thought about it. And like this is like kind of then all melted, and there's like all senecio dripping down it. And I think the cactus are actually all right, and one that is all right is the sedum jelly beans as well. That looks still all right. But yeah, it's just funny. It's like actually like everything that has died in a really beautiful way, I have to say.
I love the way you're romanticizing it.
Yeah. Because they're just like, I don't know, like a negative of themselves,
I tell you something, I've been
in mono.
I've been very surprised at the calanchoe. I know you have some as well, but we've had...
Well, they're gone now.
-4, -5. We're down to -8 next week, but at the moment they are still flowering.
Really?
They are
but mine
still
completely
flowering.
melted.
Is it they are still flowering?
Maybe mine had snow on top. I'm not too sure actually.
Yeah, I think if there was snow on top or frost on
that's
them,
a whole different level, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be different. But at the moment, they're fairly sheltered and they are still there, still flowering, still fine. I should think by next week they won't be, but we're nearly Christmas and the calanchoe is still flowering outside. That's insane.
But also, you have to remember, even indoors, a house can get cold, and my houseplants, they're okay, nothing's died, but of course you have to remember, everyone out there, that they're not going to need any water at this time of year, because it's so chilly and they're just kind of sat there just surviving, really. Hey, did you see this houseplant sweater, this Christmas jumper? Did you see it on my content?
I
from
did.
Stoneleigh and Patch. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool. Michael,
I don't know if it would warm them up too much, but maybe if you put it around the actual plant, it would be cool.
I'd love to tell you something about that.
Fleece, indoor fleece.
I desperately need to see if I have photographs, because it was years and years and years ago. My mum used to knit covers, and then get colourful buttons on the front, and then I used to sell them online on the high street. Yeah,
no way.
Maybe 10 years or so ago. I still have some of them, but the problem was they were never the same, and it was really difficult to they were all sort of different sizes or different colours. Yeah. No matter how many times I said to her, no, I kind of need the same sort of sizes so that I can sell them, she couldn't get her head around that, and she just sort of knit as and when she
you should have written it on a post-it note. That's where you failed.
Didn't carry on selling them on Etsy or whatever, but they're they're chunky knit, and I used to put them around the pots. They're really, really cool.
That's in the I don't know, when I was a kid, they would have these knitted around as a toilet roll holder with half a Barbie in the top.
That has brought back the most amazing memories. Yeah, it was like a doll on the top and a big knitted skirt. That reminds me of my auntie and uncle's house so much. Oh, that's so cute. That's a lovely memory. Thanks for bringing that back.
Well, it's funny. I was on because I'm going to Poland at Christmas, so I kind of had a Christmas day in brackets with my parents yesterday.
Nice.
And I kind of got round to the stage where you finally get round to kind of almost interviewing your parents about the past and kind of family tree and this and that, and I actually got out a piece of paper and wrote down loads of stuff, and I was kind of asking about both sides of the family and kind of finally kind of documenting the different people, where they're from and this and that, and what jobs they did, and it's really cool. It stirs so many different memories, and oh my God, And I was amazed at how many things my dad had kept, like different marriage certificates and birth certificates. And in the, when was it? Maybe in the 50s, my grandparents won the football pools. You know what this is?
I think I can remember those from being a kid.
Does that still exist?
I don't think so, but there's
maybe online.
No, I genuinely can remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they actually won it, like the jackpot, like in the 50s. And I think it was the equivalent of like winning $1 million in these days.
Amazing.
Which must have been so weird, yeah. And so they were, they then bought this like new house off of development. So we then saw the development, plans and stuff like that. And then asking my mum, and she told me all about different Greek relatives and kind of like I've got all the different towns where the kind of different brothers of my grandma were. And I'm going to try and track some people down. And yeah, and also talking about, because I must have mentioned to you before, but like my mum's grandma, which would be my great grandma, she actually came into Greece from Albania, like I guess even in the 40s or something like that. And like just to hear that story of how they came across just like on a bike, just with nothing as well.
Must have been before the 40s if it's your
late. Oh, I've got it written down somewhere. No, would it be? Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know.
If it was great grandma, no? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe, but then I have to think about when the war was as well, because then again, talking about that time is then and then I'm like, I can't even imagine like living in the same country for a wartime as well. It's like,
I know.
Sometimes you realise kind of how easy we kind of have it in a way, even though there's lots of things that are not great. We really have an easy life compared to what was happening in the past sometimes, and the different hardships and just stuff that went on. And it's just, it was a really, really cool.
It must have been lovely for your parents as well to have just talked about it all and known that you were
Oh, you know what parents are like that? Every so often they were kind of like, oh no, you're asking so much. And then they'll still then answer the question. They like to show a bit of resistance, so. But no, it was really cool. And I think they welcomed it. And it made me realise I'd be quite a good detective, actually. And it's really cute. I took some cheese from the Chiswick cheese market. And like, you know how it is with parents? They kind of don't necessarily eat the same food as we do always. But it's really amazing. It was the quickest I've ever seen them eat a meal as well. This like cheese board. Yeah, it was quite heartwarming.
It sounds like you were a hit then.
Yeah, it was a really good day. I have to be really quite honest with you, Ellen Mary.
I'm thrilled for you. I truly am. What are you up to for Christmas? Like, it's literally only a few days away, which is scary.
Well, with my partner, spend time with his family. So I'm flying to Poland on Friday.
Yeah.
And it'll be there for about a week. And then we'll go to Iceland for New Year. So it should be really cool. For two cold countries.
Yeah, I was going to say cold and snow, but it will be beautiful.
I know. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. It should be quite cool. But it's so funny. December seems to like, I feel like it's 2 weeks ago that we were almost like starting to shut down for Christmas. It's like everyone's kind of like shutting down for Christmas, like over a long period. And it's like, and it's like there's still a few days as well. It's such a weird time.
I think that's the same every year though, like running up.
I guess so, yeah.
People just start to take it easy, and also there's a million other things for people to do. Do you know what I mean? I
always think there's this point where people then shut off and take it easy, and then they realise once they're taking it easy that they're bored of taking it easy. And I think the quicker that people stop work before Christmas, the sooner they get bored. So they'll probably then be sitting at home on the 23rd and they're like, oh God, I don't want to be sitting around anymore. So you have to leave it as late as possible. Do you know what I mean?
I think whatever floats your boat.
Your face of disagreeing was like really strong there. She was like, what?
I think I would enjoy Christmas more if it was like every other year or every 3 years.
Yeah. But like, you like the time when it all shuts down though, or not, or what?
Well, yeah, and yes and no.
Yeah. But there's always a point where you want to get going again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the point that I want to get going is usually before anyone else. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But can I ask a question about America, actually, because, like, Thanksgiving, well, I guess look, you're not so embroiled as an American, but I'm going to ask anyway. But, like, it's weird because Thanksgiving is obviously at the end of November.
Yeah.
And then Christmas is at the end of December.
Yeah.
So are people just in this lull between the end of November to end of December or even January? Because that would be excruciating
Not so
to me.
much, no. A little.
No, so they do get back to business as normal.
Yeah, a little. But also
Uh-huh.
the difference here after Christmas is obviously in the US, you don't celebrate Boxing Day. So Boxing Day is not a thing here at all. So many places just reopen like usual on Boxing
Just
Day.
back to normal.
Back
Yeah.
to normal. I think it's different this year because Christmas falls on the Sunday. So I think the Monday is like a day off here, bank holiday, whatever. But generally, people, if it's a weekday, people go back to work the day after Christmas. You know, and then work between Christmas and the New Year because Thanksgiving's a really big thing here, you know?
Yeah, but it's funny. So, like, either Thanksgiving, like, seems like a practice for Christmas, or is like Thanksgiving, like, there and it's a big thing, and then Christmas is just like kind of rerun of Thanksgiving.
This is sort of a rerun, but it's different reasons. And also, like, here, there's a bit more of an emphasis on the religious side of Christmas. So if you are not religious or it's something that you don't want to celebrate, well, you just don't because it's only a day and you don't have to get on with life the next day kind of thing. So I mean, it's a massive thing, of course, you know, like everywhere else, but it just doesn't seem to extend as long, perhaps.
Interesting.
From my observations only, and bearing in mind that I pay no attention to Christmas stuff mostly, so I probably don't even know, to be honest. But I have tried this year. I have been watching Christmas movies in an attempt to feel a little bit more chill about Christmas because I can get on my high horse about the whole thing, and I've kind of enjoyed the silly rom-com Christmassy movie.
Yeah.
Right, you know, but it certainly hasn't made Christmas feel any more tolerable.
Well, you know me, I'm the same. I don't begrudge anyone else it, but I do begrudge it when they try and force me to like it because it's like, I don't mind, you know, whatever. So yeah. But you look like you're wearing a Christmas jumper, to be honest.
Well, I actually bought this Christmas jumper last year when I went to my sister's for Christmas, but it's freezing cold outside and it's a lovely warm Wally jumper. Put it on. That's the only reason.
Oh, Ellen, moaning about the weather again.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter if a Brit is in the UK or America or anywhere else. The topic is always the weather.
Ellen. This episode is going out on Christmas actual day, right?
Yeah, so happy Christmas, everyone. We forgot that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm not bothered about saying it to people anyway. So, but we do have lots of famous voices wishing happy Christmas throughout the episode as well, which are peppered throughout. So enjoy that, won't you?
I think it's lovely to get the gardening community together to give their Christmas wishes to everyone. It's really cute. So
Defo,
thank you everyone who contributed.
Yes, because we don't, because our first episode of the next series 10, is obviously on January the 1st, which is a Sunday, right? Is that right?
Is it?
Yeah, because I think this episode is out on Boxing Day, actually, which doesn't exist for you. So technically this episode doesn't exist.
I think this episode is Sunday the 25th. This episode today is Christmas Day.
Ah, okay, right.
So yeah, it is. Listen to us. We don't even know what we're talking about. It's our podcast. We should know all the dates.
Well, no, people would have thought we did until you said we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, you're the one that just confused the dates by telling us
it's out
26th and it's not. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, whatever day it is, have a jolly holly Christmas.
Yes, and then the first episode of the 10th series is out on January the 1st.
Yeah.
We aren't there doing the gossip because we thought you don't want to hear us just complaining about the lull between Christmas and New Year. So we've actually got a bevy of beauties giving their New Year's resolutions. We've got Worcester Terrariums, who's one of our new contributors. We've got Urban Herbs, new contributor. And we've got the big interview with Fam Flower Farm, all about dahlias, because their web shop opens on the 1st of January. It's going to be a big one for dahlias again.
Yeah, I'm going to be on it. I'm on it. Yeah, I had terrible trouble with some of my dahlias this year in the heat.
Yeah.
Some of them done so well and didn't care, and then others really struggled. So I'm probably going to remove a few, tidy up the dahlia bed, and then add in a few new ones from Fan Flowers. So I'm on it.
Flip to the flop.
Exciting.
So yes, I hope you don't miss us.
Well, everyone will still hear us because we're giving our New Year's resolutions as well.
Yeah, of course. I think I wonder how all these resolutions are going to be, because I feel like mine was predictable, which was kind of like, well, just do things in the garden. Well, actually, plan a bit and kind of be aware of the weather forecast. That would be it.
That's because recently you had the plant disaster, so that's fresh on your mind.
I was going to say we still had the plague.
It looks like you've had the plague. You're just laying there in darkness with just a phone light on your face. Well,
I've got a Christmas cactus which is flowering actually in the house.
That's nice.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that they're so well timed? Amazing what technology does these days, isn't it?
Technology?
Yeah.
What? How does technology make your Christmas cactus flower on time?
I don't know, but technology makes you really easy to
Did you have some brandy today, Michael?
No.
I've got a Thanksgiving did I tell you this? I don't know if I did. I have a Thanksgiving cactus here, which is in this very room. I'm going to turn.
Is that the one that looks like a prawn?
Can you see this here? This is the Thanksgiving cactus, right? Yeah. It was full of flowers, like literally full. It looked amazing. And I moved it, and they don't like to be moved. If you have a flowering Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter cactus, don't move it, just leave it. Move it off it's flowered. But I
move the room around it.
Yeah, exactly, because they proper divas if you move them. Anyway, a few of the flowers started to drop, but that was fine because the rest were holding on. I was like, okay, this is not bad, but also you don't want to be watering it too much. So I was just removing like the faded flowers, and then my mother-in-law came to stay, and she thought it meant it hadn't been watered, so she just drenched it in water, and then all of the flowers fell off.
Really?
Just like boom.
Imagine anyone coming in my house and watering my plants. Unless it was you and I'm on holiday, but generally.
She said I gave this some water, and I kind of thought, uh-oh. And then she went, I gave it 2 like big like glasses of water, and I was just like, oh no. I didn't say anything. I said, oh, okay, thank you. Like, Anyway, so all the flowers left super quickly, which is a mega shame. And then my mum
aborted.
Aborted. They ejected themselves. And then my mum, who has been helping out at mine while I'm not there in the UK, just sent me a photograph of the Christmas cactus that I have, and it's flowering. But this year, not only is it flowering, but it's got different colour flowers on it.
Really?
Like what? Yes.
Are you sure you don't remember the colour?
No, sorry. What I mean is, so usually they're pink, like they're quite a deep pink, but some of them are sort of slightly orangey as well. So you've got the pink, but they're sort of changed a bit of colour. And I don't know if that's anything to do with like the cool air in the room that they're in or what, but it looks magical.
It's so funny that I think there's what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word now. But I think this is a sign that you shouldn't be in America.
Hey, look, can you see this one here? So this is a different one. That's the second one, so ignore that one. But this here, can you see the darker red? And then so it's got different colours.
That might just be your mum's camera's overexposed.
No, it's not. How amazing is that? It's awesome. Anyway, yeah.
The fact that I was when I see I could see the previews, the thumbnails of your other pictures, and I was searching to see if there was accidental boob shot or something. I was like, I'm going to shame her. I was going to see a boob shot.
I'm not being funny, but I'm not entirely sure why there would be a boob shot on my mum's WhatsApp.
It's true.
Look, there's the electricity. Look,
I don't want to see this boring collection of pictures. They're just pictures of doorways.
Hey, she does send me pictures of the garden.
Oh, that's cool.
There's like what the
Does
garden.
she weed it?
No, she doesn't do it.
I need to weed my front garden. I thought the snow would kill the weeds, but alas, it hasn't.
Not always. Mine's according to that photograph, mine's pretty weedy, but I'm going to get back and get that cleared up.
But I've got like a whole load of thistles and they're kind of like near the edge of the driveway. But the thing is, I'm kicking myself now because when I hadn't in the summer, I wasn't really weeding my garden. I really liked the thistles when they bloomed and they looked really pretty. But I remember seeing the seedlings there in the autumn and I should have took them out then because I knew, in my head, I was like, oh, is that the thistle? No, it can't be. And there was like bloody hundreds. And of course, now that is 100 thistles.
Well, you'll get goldfinches, but if you want to weed them, you need to put your gloves on because that's going to be ouchy.
I know. But the weird thing is, I really want to leave it all. But then I'm just worried what the neighbours say. so
when have you been worried what the neighbours have to say?
Well, but the thing is, when weeds are young, and in a young plant form, they kind of really look like weeds. Once they're flowering like a thistle, it kind of would blend in with the rest of the border. But when a weed is young, it really stands out as a weed because it's kind of then low amongst your plants where you might usually see bare soil. So I feel like when they're young, you can't get away with it. When it's in a melange of plants, then you can in the summer. So yeah, I don't know.
It's not a weed anyway. Thistles are great for wildlife.
I know. Maybe I'll leave it then.
Like the demo garden for the neighbourhood, basically.
Do you think? Oh, I don't know. I just don't want them to think like
permission to grow weeds.
I don't want people to be like, oh, he's let his garden go.
They probably already are, to be fair.
Oh yeah, true. Actually, whatever. Yeah. Oh dear, honestly.
Very
Judgies. Oh, Ellen, I might need to go soon. I've got a dinner date with my friends.
Oh, you've got friends?
Yeah, you know that.
I hope you have a lovely time. This is a good time because my dog just came in. She's like scratching at my legs.
Oh, does she vomit on your shoes?
She needs a wee, so I think it's a great time to go.
Cool. Oh, sorry, I burped.
Lovely
I'm so sorry.
chatting. Lovely.
But have a nice Christmas.
Have a lovely Christmas. Have a lovely Christmas, everyone who's listening as well. I hope by the time you listen to this, your Christmas day will have been over. So I hope you've got your feet up, like port in hand, drinking. You've had a nice day.
And I'll see you in January, you prune.
See you in January.
All right, darling.
Bye-bye.
I'm completely in the dark now. Sorry.
I can't see you at all, so you can go.
Series 9 is brought to you with Lava Light. Derived from volcanic deposits, Lava Light can help you to nourish and protect your plants all year round. The collection comprises 8 different horticultural growing media and pest control products. So why not look out for their colourful packs, either online or in your local gardening store. The music for the Plant-Based podcast is part of the song Grow by Mikey James, and our editor is Gareth Patch of Semi Echo.